What's up, guys? BTBS here. Welcome back to another episode of Void's Wrath. I decided to start the episode by showing you the changes I'd made to the top of the tower. I like them. I think it looks pretty damn nice. Got some nice patterns going on. Basically, it's just stone brick that's been chiseled into different shapes. And I moved the nexus, put 4 in, I lit everything up. There's not a single space in, on or around this tower where a mob can spawn. I've been using a lot of the major light in the top casting mode. Let's have a look. See block light 11? Yeah, block light 14. So if I put major light in my head, 15. So in the top casting mode it is just as effective as glowstone. So I've put some in some key locations, and I've tried not to use too many, but I had to use enough. You know, I think that looks pretty damn nice. I like it. And there's 2 quick things I want to show you. One is this guy. This is a crystal pillar, and it's relatively easy to make. Oh yes, sorry, let me set it back to day. If you look at my chat, I set it to night time so I could do the dramatic flyby at night. So yes, the crystal pillar. Yeah, it is. So it's just diamond, arcane ash, and some stone. And the crystal pillar is used for removing deficit. I'm pretty sure we went over this before, but when energy travels down a line, say from here to there to there to there, something like that, or when it gets used up in certain machines, like the magic fabricator, deficit is created. And deficit is sort of like flux, or basically just pure negative energy. And it causes things to explode when it hits 1,000, which is generally after this, it's about 10 uses. So what you do is you put the crystal pillar there, next to it, and it stops it. So if I had one of these essence conduits over here, like directing essence somewhere, I wonder if I can make that work. Will you connect to that? No, because you have nowhere to output to. Fair enough, just connect you back onto there. Yeah, it's connected, good. So yeah, like this, these glow the more essence, not essence, the more bad shit, what did I call it? Deficit. The little blue bits on top of them change colour, glow and smoke depending on how much deficit's in them. And basically crystal pillars alleviate all deficit from anything nearby. They're supposed to be a little bit expensive, obviously costing a diamond, but that's not that much of a worry. So I basically just put a crystal pillar next to my magic fabricator here, which is really nice, by the way. I really like this thing. I don't take enough time to express my absolute boners for some of the textures in this game. Like, I'll tell you what one I really like is the Nexus. I mean, look at this. Where's my lightning? Oh, I must have particles turned off. Oh well. And then I also went and made myself this, which if you look very closely, you might be able to see a couple of rings. So what does this do? It has possibly one of the fucking sexiest textures ever. So yeah, look at it, look at it. Isn't that gorgeous? Basically, this thing uses raw essence to fix anything that has a vanilla damage bar. So mostly vanilla tools and armour and weapons. And then once it's fixed it, it moves it automatically to the output slot here, which is so nice. And if you just watch it here, it will fix the helmet pretty quick. So yeah, now that my armour is hyper enchanted, it doesn't cost like 1 level to fix anymore. Before, it was basically free to fix, and now it is extremely expensive. It turns out the armour takes more levels to fix. Okay, that only cost 1 because it's got like 5 durability. The armour costs more levels to fix depending on how many how much damage it's taken and how many and how high the level of enchants are on there. So yeah, this thing, pretty nice, pretty damn nice. I decided to basically just build a nexus at each side, and I'll probably go ahead and replace like one of these with a light nexus and one of these with a dark nexus, something like that. I haven't really played around with it too much. I actually spent longer than I care to admit building just these, trying to get the shapes right and the patterns laid out. But it was nice. I actually enjoyed building it, which is something that's very rare for me. I've got a couple of ideas of other stuff I want to do, but it's going to be a long time before I can do that. So, let's see. I've been making earth essence because they're extremely cheap. It's just 2 stone, dirt, obsidian, and arcane ash. So I made about a stack of them, and I used some. And I got myself earth and air affinity tones. So let me just take the earth tone, and the air tone in fact, and I can demonstrate everything I want to in one go. Take myself home. Now I'm going to want to go down to the bottom here. So, like I said, certain spells in higher casting mode require reagents, and one of those spells is dig. So if you wish to use dig in augmented casting mode, you need an earth essence on you. So let me just go to dig. If you watch my earth essence, it did cost 1 to use that. But if you look at the tunnel this actually digs, I think 1 earth essence is worth it. This tunnel is 24 blocks long on a 3x3. Ah, interesting. It won't mind ingotium. So basically, dig allows you to dig a 3x3 by 24, or 3x24 by 3 technically, tunnel, for the cost of 1 earth essence. But this is where it gets interesting. If I put myself in the earth affinity, which means my character will have an affinity with earth spells, every spell of earth will cost half as much mana to cast and will not require any reagents. So I am now in the earth affinity, and if you look up underneath my level you can see a picture of some earth. And if I now use dig, you'll notice that if you watch carefully, my essence did not go down. So basically, you can make any... What the fuck was that noise? These noises are terrifying. Seriously, I have to find that. I don't know where it's coming from. That's what scares me the most. It's just sort of coming from all over. I've never heard that noise before. It's definitely coming from this side, I think. Okay, we appear to be moving away from it now. What the hell is that? Like, seriously? Oh, it's a Minotaur. Hello. Well, that's not horrifying in the least. shit! Oh, wow. Okay. So, yes, anyway. with my character being in the Earth Affinity, damn it, there was something I was supposed to set up for this episode, which I haven't done now. I totally forgot about. But anyway, with my character being in the Earth Affinity, I can cast any Earth spell at half magic cost. And, it costs no reagents. There is a downside though. Every affinity has its opposite. So the opposite of Earth is air. So my flight spell costs twice as much to cast and requires twice as many reagents. Now, doing some simple math here, there's two things that I could do. One, I could put myself in the air affinity, meaning that my Earth would be harder to cast, but I'd be able to fly around practically for free, because it would be about a quarter of that mana cost and no essence. Or I could stockpile air and Earth affinity tomes and just make myself Earth affinity whenever I want to go and mine, which isn't a terrible idea. But I think for now, what I'm going to do is, here's a question. Do I have to make myself non-affinity first? No. Excellent. So for now, what I'm going to do is I am just going to roll in the air affinity, so I can cast this at max level, fly, and not have to worry about actually having any essence on me. So I can cast flight for 3 minutes at a time at the cost of a little bit of mana, which to me is pretty much fucking amazing. 412 mana for 3 minutes of flight. That's just awesome. I mean, I don't even need 3 minutes of flight. Maybe if I'm in the nether or something, but yeah. So, straight out of the gate, now that I have unlocked the augmented casting mode, the world is my fucking oyster. Fire is extremely nice, because it does not require a thing. An essence. And it sets a huge thing on fire. Let's try and get some flattish ground. So yeah, a 5x5 of fire, and I think it does about 11 damage if you hit someone directly with it. 12 damage, which is pretty fucking good. Yeah, die you bastards. And then of course I just come in with my super awesome, incredible sword. I love this sword. It is like, I actually think it's a bit overpowered, being able to rack off the 10s so quickly. And the fact that you can't block it as it penetrates armour. Right, shut up, Endermangs. So yes, I wanted to show you those things first. I'm going to build myself an affinity counterbalance chart. By the way, I went around here and put stone brick slabs on all of these. A little bit of light on the underneath. Hey, my light disappeared from here. Should be right there. Okay, a little bit of light on the underneath. Lights down at the bottom, equally spaced, just basically so nothing can spawn on, in, or around this island. And I like that. It's actually quite a nice place. I've got a few ideas for designs. I went around the stairs with some stone brick slab just to make a sort of banister or balustrade. I can't remember what the proper name is. Anyway. I went around here just adding some of that because it looks kind of nice. Literally just did some lights in here and carried over. Oh, my flight's wearing off. Carried over some of these fancy blocks down to the bottom here. And when I did my decorating pattern, I sort of just sort of winged it and saw what happened, and I kind of like it. Got the that's not supposed to be normal stone brick. Oh no! Shock horror! just chuck this stuff away. This stuff is basically mineable materials are pretty much, I'm not going to say worthless, but infinite. And now that I have the ability to mine a 3x3x24 for free, basically, I mean, even when it does cost essence to use, it's still, one of these essence costs 1 obsidian, 2 stone and a dirt, and then an arcane ash. An arcane ash is the arcane compound, which is just more stone, netherrack, which is the nether version of stone, and then glowstone and redstone, both of which are infinite resources because you can get them from witches. And actually, anything which can be crafted is now an infinite resource because of this. You can put anything that can be crafted in there. I don't have anything. Oh no, I do. And you just put any crafting recipe in here, and it will tell you. It will just take essence to build it. And seeing as you can get a dark nexus, which gets you essence from enemies that it kills, and a light nexus, which gets you essence for free, just slowly. Pretty much any crafting recipe, any vanilla style crafting recipe, and by vanilla style I mean done in a crafting table, anything of that is free. Oh, well, not free, infinite. And I like that fact. I like that. It's pretty cool. Now, what else did I do? Oh yes, I made myself the crystal wrench, which is very easy. Just a bit of iron, the flowers, and vintium dust. And this is used to direct the flow of energy. Oh, I put that in output mode then. Let's re-switch a spell. Ah, well, you know what? I could do with some more affinity tomes. So, not the trousers. There we go. Actually, no. Easiest way to show this is to put this down. So right, when you pick it up, it doesn't retain its essence level, and when you place it back down, it doesn't automatically link up with this. So what you do is you come over here and click on this with the crystal wrench. It goes into output mode. Then you come over here and click on this, and that links the two. And now that is powering this, which can be shown with a bit of sense energy. There you go. It's now getting power from there. And I do need some affinity tomes anyway, so I'll just put those in there. So yes, lots of fun magical stuff happening. Lots and lots of fun magical stuff happening. And there was something else I wanted to do. Oh yes, this episode is might be a lot about decoration from now on. So if you're not interested in that, feel free to fuck off. I still need to work on moving all of my items from in here to up there. But for now, I'll just operate with 2 separate houses. And what I want is some oak wood. I believe I need some iron for one of these items. There's my iron. So, if you are aware of the mod list, you will know that Bibliophile-Craft is in here. And Bibliophile-Craft is one of my favourite mods, because it adds so much nice stuff. Also, there's carpet in the game. It is excellent, because carpet can be used in conjunction with Bibliophile-Craft. Allow me to find some wool. I need 8 of the blasted stuff. I have a small amount of string. Ah, there we go, some wool. And then I need some string as well. Just the one, and I want to colour it blue. Of course I want to colour it blue, because that is the one colour I never fucking have. Ink sac, looks like I colour it black. That might look alright. Let's try black. Oh man. This is the thing that sucks about having 2 bases. believe all my ink sacks are in here. Yes. So start out by making some black carpeting. And there's no crafting table on this entire thing. Wow. Let's just put that down there. And then this is black wool, this is string to get the carpet. And oh man, that's not vanilla carpet. That is not vanilla. That also takes a while to punch. Maybe that's supposed to be reminiscent of it being made of wool or being really soft, that it just absorbed most of the impact. Oh great, shears don't even work. Dig does though. Fuck you, dig works. So that's not the vanilla carpet then, is it? I don't think. No, not in the 2800s. Oh well. We still have the Bibliophile-Craft stuff to play around with. So, Bibliophile-Craft. Basically, you can use carpets in certain Bibliophile-Craft things to make really, really nice looking stuff. Swim. So, the first thing I want to make is a couple of tables, which is just slabs and planks. That's not bad. Let's turn that into that. Do that. That. And that. Get a couple of tables. So with tables in Bibliophile-Craft, you can place them, and you can place items on them. And it looks a little bit derpy right there. What looks good placed on a table? Blocks, mainly. And of course you can shift click to enter the inventory, and you can just be like, ooh, put my spell book on there. Yes. Or you can just right click on it to take it off. But if you put tables next to each other, they link up. So tables have, what's the word? Connecting textures between two tables, between basically any amount of tables. Like now we have a corner table. And that is something I really like, because that looks brilliant. But that's not the only thing. So moving on from tables, we have desks, which are a feather and a torch. I think I can manage that. Wait, what was the other part of it? Oak wood slabs. Let's make a couple more slabs. And then, what's that? Drying rack. Fair enough. Now, the thing I really like about these desks, for one, they look really nice. And you can pile up your books on the back of them and get your books back. And if you put a book on the front, it opens it. And if you, if it's a normal book, when you come up and click on it, it begins reading the book. Let's grab a couple of these to show how it's done. So by putting the books on the back of it, they actually stack up quite high as well. Okay, I need to actually click there. So you can make like a really messy, sort of like a student desk. It's like, yeah, I'm a level 1 mage and I'm busy, go away, I have books everywhere and I'm reading, haha! And it also, I believe, keeps the page you are on. Oh, fuck off. Let me click like this. That is so annoying. Oh, pff. Oh, puff. Oh, puff. I believe if you break it, you get them all back. Yeah. So, desks are pretty nice, as well as tables. And I basically just want to show off a few of these things. And I'm going to be using them off camera. I don't like designing and building stuff on camera, because, like, it took me a couple of hours to fix up that tower. Armor stands are something very nice. They're exactly what you think. They are stands for your armor. But I feel compelled to show off their special feature. So let's get some stone slabs and some iron, build one of these. Seems every mod is adding armor stands now. So basically, if you have armor equipped and you shift right click on this statue, it will put your armor in that place. If you have another piece of armor equipped, like let's just make an iron shoes. Not an iron minecart, an iron shoes. So if I equip these iron boots and then shift right click, it will actually exchange my boots for what's on there already. So you can have multiple sets of armor just sitting on armor stands, and all you have to do is come up to it, shift right click to exchange out your set of armor for what's on there, which is very useful, like very, very nice as well. It's always nice to be able to display your armor. If people didn't want to display their armor, armor stands wouldn't be one of the most popular things to just put in a mod. So that's armor stands. Next up we have bookcases, or bookshelves. And let's just do this. This feels like sort of a not quite mod review. So, bookshelves. If we place a bookshelf down, it's very standard. You can put your books on it. You can also, I believe, there you go, you can access the inventory and you can look at the books individually. But if you take a normal written book and I believe that's it there. Yes. If you take a normal book, and craft it with a redstone torch, you get a redstone volume 1, which you can open and has some information about redstone in it. But if you put it in the bookshelf, in spaces, I believe it's 15, 3, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so in spaces 15 to 0, that one being 1, it will actually emit a redstone signal of that strength out of the back of the bookcase. So you can make a secret hidden door with a completely empty bookcase. Someone has to come along and place a redstone book in space like 15, 16, 15, 14. That wasn't 14, that was 14. So you can make a completely hidden thing like that. But I just like it for book storage because it's relatively compact compared to other stuff. Oh, and I believe they also work for enchanting tables. So you can just put them down instead of normal bookcases, fill them with books, and they give enchanting. Now, what else we have? We have labels, which are extremely cheap actually. I thought labels were more expensive than that. And apparently my voice just cracked. And labels are put on the front of chests, and what you do is, how do you access it? There you go, shift right click with an empty hand, and you can put things in there, and it basically tells you what's in the chest. So you can just be like, yeah, in this chest I have flint, redstone and torches, or whatever you have. It's basically an alternative to putting item frames on chests blocking most of the chest. Can they be put anywhere? They can actually be put anywhere. So you can use them for little arrows and stuff as well, which is really nice. You could make like an entire walk around thing of your base, just be like, yeah, go this way to the toilets. And you could just put like, I don't know, some zombie flesh in there to simplify shit. Next we have potion shelves, which actually require a potion bottle, well, a glass bottle. I'm not going to make this one right now, but basically they are a, I think they're a 2x2, I think? No, they're not, they're a 1x1 structure, and they basically have spaces on them to put potions. So you can just come along with a potion in your hand, click on it, and place the potion. I did not mean to place that. It's not really the best storage for potions, but it does look nice because it shows the enchanted effect on the potion and what colour it is. So it does look really nice. I'm getting too excited, I've got the Hiki Pookers. The next is something I actually want to build quite a few of, and that would be tool racks. So if anyone's used Bibliophile-Craft before, you've more than likely used tool racks. And this is something I don't mind building because I am going to be using this. So basically, come along with a tool, click on it, Doesn't matter what mod it's from, doesn't matter what tool it is. Just come along with a tool, click on it and place your tool. And I think if you access a square, no, you can't, it doesn't even have a GUI. Just come along, put your tools on there, and then all you have to do, oh, they actually rotate with you. It's like the old way of making things look 3D with terrible graphics options. Let's see, if I change my graphics to fancy. Ah, yes, if I change them to fancy, then they don't rotate like that. I don't like playing in fancy graphics. Also, the enchanted effect of this appears to extend one block further, 1 pixel further than the actual block. Oh, you can open an inventory. Okay. And basically, these hold your tools. So instead of having tools absolutely everywhere, you can just have like 2 or 3 of these on the walls with various tools going from like shit to good or shit to good. So you have your best tools, ones you're going to use all the time in here, and all you have to do is come along and grab them before you like go out on a mining trip or something like that. They don't jump to you, which is can be a bit of trouble. So make sure you're standing close enough that when they jump, you pick them up. Because if there was like lava underneath me, for some reason, I would have just lost those tools. So make sure to stand close enough to them to pick them up. Now, shelves are something I'd like to show off as well, because I like these. This is one of the things I love about Bibliophile-Craft. It originated as books, basically making books more useful when they first came out. It's kind of like how there's a million mods that do loads of stuff with trains and minecarts, because they were generally useless when they came out. Basically, a shelf is exactly what you think it is, and you can put anything on it. Yeah! I have a desk on my shelf! Oh, that is brilliant. Oh, and it actually has the full render as well, because that's what the hang on, click on it, because when you're holding it in your hand it looks like that. So basically you can place any item on a shelf to be displayed. Has 4 spaces and overall takes up a whole block. Pretty much everything I'm building, by the way, comes in all 4 colours, being oak, spruce, birch and jungle, which is really nice. Let's move on to the case. Requires a piece of wool. Do I have any wool? Wool. It has a piece of wool. Awesome. So I can build a case. Case. I also need a piece of glass. Oh, what a pain in the glass. Let me cook up a piece of sand quickly, because I want to show you these cases. The cases come in multiple colours, so red, blue, green and black lining, which is dictated by the colour of wool you put in there. So I will have to just colour this. So there is actually 16 options for cases, because you've got the 4 primary wood colours and each of those has 4 secondaries. And if you put this down, you see it's a thing in the middle. There you go. Shift right click on it to open it. And it has really nice sounds as well. And then just right click an item in there and you have an item on display. So Bibliophile-Craft adds ridiculous amounts of really nice things to store items in. And remember, that comes in all those different colours and everything. And now very quickly before I finish off Bibliophile-Craft, the tape measure. So dandelion yellow, I should have some of that around. I hope. No, I'm going to have to get some then. Jump. Any flowers around? Flowers! Oh, flowers! There's one. So yeah, even though I have fly, I still use blink to travel sometimes. So let's get ourselves the yellow and some string. I would have actually been better prepared for this episode, but I just decided to record it earlier than I had planned. So, forgive me if I'm not all that well prepared. So you make the tape measure real, and then you surround it by iron to make a tape measure. And this may seem like a bit of sort of like a useless block when you have a mini-map, but it actually comes in fairly handy. Basically, with the tape measure, you right-click somewhere, and it starts measurement, and then you right-click somewhere else, and it gives you the distance. Now, if I right-click there again and choose that block, let me shift right-click, is it? I need to right-click the air, that's what I need to do. So right-click there, and then there, and now it tells me the exact distance east-west, and then the height of it as well. So if you're ever wondering, like, how wide is this, and you can't be asked to count or try and do math, you can just be like, oh, I'll just click, click, oh, okay, this is 10 blocks wide. Or, you know, that great wall that's on the map over there is 100 blocks long. Probably way more than that. But yes, that is going to wrap it up for this episode, I think. It's probably been way too long. By the way, to change modes, you just right-click in air, absolute measure, and then north-south, east-west. So, thanks for watching, guys. I am going to spend another few hours probably building my tower and maybe moving all my items in. So I will see you next time. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Remember, if you really enjoyed the episode, you could always leave a like and a comment. And if you really, really enjoyed the episode, you could always give me a little blowy, couldn't ya? I will see you next time. Peace out.